Opposition leader Mark Brantley is calling for a collaborative approach in fighting crime in St. Kitts and Nevis, in light of 2 killings in separate shooting incidents that occurred over the weekend. The opposition leader in a statement said, "I believe that the time has come for government to accept that it cannot fight crime alone. The police and security forces, no matter how well equipped or well intentioned, must have the full support of the community if we are to prevail against the scourge of crime and violence." He added that St. Kitts and Nevis needs all hands on deck and that the government must extend the hand of cooperation on this issue to the political opposition, the church and community groups, the business community, and nation at large. He said, "I call for an urgent and sustained engagement with all stakeholders so that solutions and approaches may be fashioned to confront this problem." Mr. Brantley noted that crime is a society problem and not a governmental one. To tackle it, we need less politics and more policy, less rancor and more cooperation, less talk and more action. Criminals must be made to realize that there is no safe haven for them anywhere in St. Kitts and Nevis, and they and those who aid and abet them must understand that they will have no respite, no comfort, no retreat, and no surrender. Alex Harris of Challengers Village and Rasheal James of Middle Island were both killed in separate shooting incidents on the weekend. Andre Huey, SKN Newsline.
Political scientist and former lecturer Duncan Big Lice Watley said on his radio talk show that the government of St. Kitts and Nevis is performing way below expectations. On the 3rd April program, Watley graded each of the ministers of government based on their performance. But on the overall performance of the government, Watley said the Dr. Drew-led administration has a lot of work to do.
There we have the report card on everybody. And so if you have to add up that and do an average, the government is operating way below expectations. The government is operating way below expectation. And so I say that you have a lot of work to do. Government have a lot of work to do. A lot of work to do. If we are going to, because things are slow. Don't take it personally. That is just me and my opinions and what I believe. Most times I'm never wrong, and some people will disagree, but most times I'm never wrong. I think I'm very fair.
According to Watley, part of the problem is a divided cabinet with undermining actions taking place.
I believe undermining going on within the government. I said it before. People get vexed. But I believe they got 3 sections in the government. 3 sections. A pro-Jew section, a pro-Douglas section, and a section that no even know where they be. 3 sections the government have in right now. 1 for Jew, 1 for Dougie, and the next set no know where they be, whether they're here or there.
Political scientist Watley scored the ministers as follows based, he said, on their performance in their ministries. Senator Iselene Phillip, grade B. Senator Dr. Joel Clark, B. Attorney General Garth Wilkin, C+. Minister Samuel Duggins, grade F. Minister Dr. Denzel Douglas, F. Minister Conrad Maynard, F. Minister Marsha Henderson, grade A-. Deputy Prime Minister Dr. Jeffrey Hanley, grade C, and Prime Minister Dr. Terence Drew, grade B. Duncan Big Lice Watley was a former government advisor to the Prime Minister. Glenn Bart reporting for SK Newsline.
Welcome to Channel Links, your most reliable shipping agent. Shopping online sometimes can be challenging, especially when trying to get the best deals from China. But with Channel Links, they make it easy and simple for you, the shopper. With agents working with them for over 20 years, Channel Links offers the best in supplier screening to ensure background checks are done on online merchants, so you know you're shopping with genuine sellers. They handle freight forwarding. No cargo is too big or small for their shipping services, shipping from their warehouses in China directly to your final destination. And get this, they offer door-to-door and port-to-port services as well. So, whether you are ordering from AliExpress, Alibaba, and other Asian shopping sites to cash in on affordable prices at the best quality, shipping from China to the Caribbean, your best and only option is Channel Links, located in St. Martin with shipments also to St. Kitts and Nevis. For more information, call or WhatsApp 1721-554-4802, 1721-526-4766, 1721-581-6968, or 1721-580-4834, or email contact_us at channel-lynx.com. Channel Links, your shipping solution.
I love the cable because they're real. What you see is what you get. No hidden agenda, no tricks, just real honest communication.
Just in the city. Just in the city. Just in the city. Just in the city.
The St. Kitts Water Services Department issued water shortage alerts for several areas of the island as the island is experiencing drought-like conditions. According to the department, currently experiencing water cutoffs are St. Peter's, New Road, Beacon Heights, Buckley's Height, Buckley's Estate, and Buckley's Site. According to the Water Services Department, efforts are underway to bring about access to water. The alert stated in part, quote, "We are working diligently to restore water services to Beacon Heights by 7 a.m. Monday. However, we are still assessing the situation for Buckley's Estate and Buckley's Site and will determine the restoration time as soon as possible. We will keep you updated on the progress. For St. Peter's and New Road, you may experience low water pressure temporarily due to the same issue. Our team is closely monitoring the situation and taking necessary actions to resolve it as soon as possible," end quote. Congress Maynard, Minister with responsibility for water services, is urging citizens to be conservative in the use of water. While several water projects are in the pipeline, inclusive of the construction of desalination plants, these would not be available in the short term as a response to the drought conditions. The minister indicated that there just isn't enough water to supply everyone. He said water levels are very low. Glenn Bart reporting for SK Newsline.
The police are investigating two separate shooting incidents that occurred on St. Kitts that claimed the lives of two men and left one injured. The first incident took place at the Bastyr Bus and Ferry Terminal between the hours of 11:30 p.m. on April 6th and 12 a.m. on April 7th. Responding to reports of a shooting, the police said that officers observed 33-year-old Alex Harris of Challengers Village, St. Kitts, sitting motionless in a chair. Initial investigations indicate that Mr. Harris was shot by a single-armed assailant. He was pronounced dead at the scene. The second incident, the police said, occurred at the bar on Main Street in Parsons Village between 1:30 a.m. and 2:30 a.m. on April 7th. Responding to the scene, police officers observed 37-year-old Rachel James of Middle Island, St. Kitts, laying motionless on the ground. Preliminary investigations indicate that a single masked and armed assailant entered the establishment and opened fire. Mr. James and 30-year-old LaShawn Hazel of Main Street, Deer Bay, both sustained injuries during the attack. Mr. Hazel was struck in one of his legs and was transported to the Mary Charles Hospital in Molyneux, and then to the Joseph N. France General Hospital in Bastyr, where he was subsequently warded. Mr. James succumbed to his injuries at the scene. Both crime scenes were processed by the crime scene unit of the Royal St. Christopher and Nevis Police Force, and some items of evidential value were taken into custody. The general public will be kept abreast of the investigations as they progress, the police indicate. Should anyone have any information about these incidents, you're asked to contact the nearest police station or the Crime Stoppers hotline at 707. These deaths bring the homicide toll to 8 for 2024. I'm Andre Huey for SKN Newsline.
Welcome to Channel Links, your most reliable shipping agent. Shopping online sometimes can be challenging, especially when trying to get the best deals from China. But with Channel Links, they make it easy and simple for you, the shopper. With agents working with them for over 20 years, Channel Links offers the best in supplier screening to ensure background checks are done on online merchants, so you know you're shopping with genuine sellers. They handle freight forwarding. No cargo is too big or small for their shipping services, shipping from their warehouses in China directly to your final destination. And get this, they offer door-to-door and port-to-port services as well. So whether you are ordering from AliExpress, Alibaba, and other Asian shopping sites to cash in on affordable prices at the best quality, shipping from China to the Caribbean, your best and only option is Channel Links, located in St. Martin with shipments also to St. Kitts and Nevis. For more information, call or WhatsApp 1721-554-4802, 1721-526-4766, 1721-581-6968, or 1721-580-4834, or email contact_us at channel-lynx.com. Channel Links, your shipping solution.
I love the cable because they're real. What you see is what you get. No hidden agenda, no tricks, just real honest communication.
Just in the city. Just in the city. Just in the city. Just in the city.
At Digital Print Plus and Crafted by Design, we're thrilled to be your go-to print shop located in the heart of Bastille. From essential services like printing, copying, and laminating, to a diverse array of school supplies, arts and craft materials, and office essentials, we've got you covered. Don't fret, Digital Print Plus and Crafted by Design are here to stay and ready to be your trusted partners for all your printing and craft supply needs. Ready for a visit? Find us at the corner between Dillio and Princess Street. Just look for the vibrant pink and yellow building with white doors. We can't wait to welcome you to our creative haven.
Turning now to the crisis in Haiti, the new United Nations report is revealing grim insight. It's into the conditions for people living in war-torn Haiti. 53,000 people have left Haiti's capital city of Port-au-Prince last month. The UN says gangs continue to attack hospitals and pharmacies. 10 pharmacies were raided by armed groups. 3.5 million liters of water have been delivered since the end of February, and 358,000 hot meals have been distributed. Tonight, the U.S. State Department says that it is winding down its flights to remove Americans out of Haiti.
The last flight is scheduled to leave for next week. CBS News Miami's Tanya Francois joins us live at Miami International Airport, where one of those flights is expected to leave within the next hour. Tanya?
That's right, Elliot. We do not know how many more federal flights will be coming into MIA between now and next Friday, but we do know that last one is scheduled for April 12th. For Americans staunch about staying in Haiti like my father, an 80-year-old former United States airman, things have changed.
Now I'm singing to a different tune. I want to go now. I no longer want to stay.
The clock is now ticking. The State Department sent an email late yesterday to Americans wishing to leave, stating April 12th, a week from today, is their deadline.
I'm getting pressure from, from friends and family that tell me that, what am I doing here? They worry about me.
Dad now waits on next steps from the State Department. Next for him and other Americans is getting to the U.S. Embassy in Port-au-Prince or to Cap Haitian, where these flights take off from. They are several hours apart with gang-infested roads leading to both. The State Department acknowledges the roads are dangerous in this email.
I have to take public transportation, and then the gang members that control the roads, and you have to go through to the gang members to get to Cape Haitian. Usually the bus drivers, they pay ransom just so they can let them through. But I don't know what might happen. From what I heard from other folks, sometimes they get on the bus and they kidnap people.
4-year-old Brianna Nehemi's parents now also have a clock ticking. She was born in Miami while her parents were in America on visas that have now expired. She has a U.S. passport. They do not. Since we brought you their story earlier this week, they've been working feverishly on paperwork so at least one of them can go with her to safety. Now there is pressure of a new deadline.
They asked us to fill some document, to update some documents. We did that, and we sent them back.
And that's all you can do?
That's all I can do.
If they are granted a leave, they will head out from the U.S. Embassy, a road they know is dangerous but still safer than where they are.
U.S. Embassy is not far from my house, but this area is very dangerous too. But if they call us to come, we can go on foot.
My father waffles between catching his flight from the U.S. Embassy or from Cap Haitian. But what he is certain about is the place he likes to also call home no longer feels like it.
Tanya, the way this country is right now, can you trust anyone? Can't trust no one.
Now, a flight full of Americans who did manage to make it out will be landing here at Miami International Airport at about 6:40 p.m. What we don't know is how many more flights will make it here between now and Friday. Naja, Elliot?
Tanya, I have to commend you keeping your composure, knowing that your dad is in that situation.
Yeah, simply extraordinary, your ongoing coverage of all of this, Tanya, especially with your close connection. We appreciate you so much bringing us these real-life stories and opening yourself up so vulnerably to what's going on with your own family. Extraordinary reporting.
Yeah, let's hope your dad stays safe. Thank you, Tanya.
The Ministry of Foreign Affairs and International Cooperation, in a press statement, said that the government of Guyana has taken note of the action taken by the President of the Bolivarian Republic of Venezuela to promulgate, quote-unquote, the organic law for the defense of Guyana's Essequibo. The statement added that Venezuela's attempt is to annex more than two-thirds of Guyana's sovereign territory and make it part of Venezuela. Says the ministry noted is an egregious violation of the most fundamental principles of international law enshrined in the United Nations Charter, the Charter of the Organization of the American States, and customary international law. It also contradicts the letter and spirit of the joint declaration of the Argyle for Dialogue and Peace between Guyana and Venezuela, agreed to on December 14, 2023 in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. This unlawful act calls into question Venezuela's obligation to abide by the principles of that declaration, the ministry noted. In light of this, the government of the Cooperative Republic of Guyana wishes to put on notice the government of the Bolivarian Republic of Venezuela, the governments of the Caribbean Community and the Latin American and Caribbean Community of Nations, as well as the Secretary General of the United Nations, and the Secretary General of the Organization of the American States that it will not support the annexation, seizure, or occupation of any part of its sovereign territory. The Guyana government reiterates that it has always stood by the principles of the United Nations Charter, the rule of law, and the peaceful settlement of disputes. It is as a result of the 1966 Geneva Agreement, to which Venezuela and Guyana are parties, that the International Court of Justice has ruled that it has jurisdiction to make a decision on the case brought before it by Guyana regarding the validity of the 1899 arbitral award, which definitively settled the land boundary between the two countries. Further, the offensive and undignified statements made by President Nicolas Maduro about the President of the Cooperative Republic of Guyana have not gone unnoticed. 2 weeks ago, lawmakers in Venezuela, allied with the government of Maduro, approved the creation of a new state in Guyana's Essequibo, despite an ongoing international court case. Tiana Ko reporting for the HGP Night 3 News.
I love the cable because they really look out for different groups of people. I'm on the creative pack, and they provide services tailored and dedicated to people just like me.
Introducing St. Kitts and Nevis' newest TV channel, Television Caribbean, TVC Channel 40 on the cable's Ultra TV. TVC promises to deliver the finest in television broadcasting in St. Kitts and Nevis and the Caribbean, with some of the best local programs in news, sports, and entertainment. Join us for Insights, where we delve into the lives of our guests.
Let me see what happens if I put this thing. Big explosion, like, okay, note to self, don't do that again.
Or get in-depth analysis on Newsline 360. We have sports, entertainment, and inspiration. It's all here on TVC Channel 40 on the cable's Ultra TV, on TelTV Cable Network in St. Martin, and on our website www.tvcplus.live. TVC Channel 40. See the difference.
Online radio has never been this great. It's Voice of the Caribbean Radio at voiceofthecaribbean.net. Tune into Voice of the Caribbean Radio for great Caribbean programs, news, entertainment, sports, and current affairs. Wake up each morning and be inspired with One Day at a Time with Kim Huey. Stay abreast with news across the Caribbean and internationally with the Caribbean News Hour, and be entertained with shows like Reggaeville, Caribbean Classics, and Jive Music Show. Visit our website or listen us on TuneIn Radio. There is so much more on Voice of the Caribbean Radio, reaching the Caribbean and beyond. Check website for program schedule.
The SKN Newsline website now offers you more news. Log on to www.sknnewsline.com for local, regional, and international news. You can also watch the latest newscast and keep abreast with news in sports, all from sknnewsline.com. That's www.sknnewsline.com. News at your fingertips.
I love the cable because they're real. What you see is what you get. No hidden agenda, no tricks, just real honest communication.
Challenge there from occupied East Jerusalem. Let's go live now and hear from Riyad Mansour, the Palestinian-American diplomat.
It is high time now for the state of Palestine, which was called for the establishment of two states in Resolution 181 in 1947 by the General Assembly. So it is the General Assembly, along with the Security Council, the international community, to accept and to invite the other state, which is the state of Palestine, to become a full member in the United Nations. After we have these two equal, full member in the United Nations, we open the door slightly in the direction of peace, and we hope that the Security Council, which is trusted in the maintenance of international peace and security, to allow for that door to open slightly in the direction of the implementation of the two-state solution, which requires the end of occupation and the independence of the State of Palestine. Today is a historic moment. I must congratulate Ambassador Vanessa from Malta, which we love immensely, the people and the leadership, that maybe a historic thing will be accomplished in the month of April. Thank you very much.
Okay, that was Riyad Mansour, Palestine's Palestinian UN ambassador. Let's head to the United Nations, speak to our correspondent there, Gabriel Elizondo. Talk us through a bit about what's happening in the chamber right now.
Well, nothing is happening in the Security Council chamber right now because they just met in a formality. They have now decided to continue this application process by Palestine for full UN membership. And the next step is at 3 o'clock, which is a little under 3 hours from now, the Security Council Committee on the new members will meet for the first time. And this will be the first time they meet. It'll be behind closed doors. There'll be no cameras inside, no live feed of it at all. And they will meet privately. And who is they? It's actually the 15 Security Council members that are also part of this committee. And they will begin discussing this application by Palestine for full UN membership. Now, what's interesting here is that the council has also decided that they want this process to move expeditiously, and they're saying that they're hoping that this is completed. When I say completed, I mean the Security Council discussions about this application by Palestine are completed by the end of April, so about another 3 weeks or so. In 2011, when Palestine last applied for full UN membership, the Security Council debated it for about 2 months. So they're looking to shorten that time frame right now. The big picture here is the Security Council will not ultimately decide. The Security Council will just ultimately have to get amongst themselves behind closed doors, and if they reach a consensus that the application should move forward, they will then announce that, and it will then go to the General Assembly for final ratification. It would need 2/3 in the General Assembly. By all accounts, Palestine has that. The issue now is, according to the UN Charter, it first has to be approved by the Security Council, and that is the process that is now taking place with this first closed-door meeting that we expect in about 3 hours from now, the first of potentially several closed-door meetings. Now, this is important, what I'm about to say, is that if one of the 5 permanent members of the Security Council decides to veto this, it would be a veto, and it would not then go to the General Assembly. It would be over at that point. It's clear that the U.S. still does not support Palestine being a full UN member. We asked the deputy U.S. ambassador that a few hours ago. We said, has your position changed since 2011? He said, no, it has not changed. So, so there are closed-door meetings now, and the question is, can the rest of the council, when we think that a fair number of council members, we believe, already have said they support Palestine's full UN membership, are they able to convince the U.S. not to veto it and send it on to the General Assembly? That is really the big question right now.
Yeah, it's interesting what you say there about the United States member, because when we heard from Riyad Mansour there, albeit it was very brief, he seemed to be quite positive about where this is likely to go.
Yeah, he was, because this is a historic moment. I mean, he really knows that the U.S. has veto power. He knows that better than anybody, and the U.S. is certainly willing to use that veto power. They've shown that in ceasefire resolutions since October 7th. But listen, I mean, this is still a historic moment for Palestine because this was officially the second time now that they have now gotten this far, at least, in this process at the UN for full UN membership. And it's important for them. And sure, it's clear the U.S. will potentially use their veto power here, but that doesn't mean that this is now not at the top of the agenda of the Security Council. It clearly is. And the fact that they want to resolve this in the next month or so shows how quickly they want to try to expedite this process.
Okay, thank you for explaining all that to us. Gabriel Elizondo there for us in New York.
Here in, wow, I've never seen anything like this before. This is my first total eclipse. It is truly, truly stunning. It takes a lot to stun me, I'll be honest. And this is just truly remarkable. I'm joined by thousands and thousands of Americans who have come down here to the Pacific coast in Mexico to be some of the first people in mainland North America to see all of this. Just want to bring you over to some of those Americans who came down here. Hey guys, can we talk to you real quick? Amy, tell me what, this is Amy from New Jersey.
It's amazing, amazingly beautiful, once in a lifetime, beautiful.
You sound emotional.
Tears in my eyes.
Yeah. And you're here with your family.
My loves of my life.
That's amazing. Well, I'm so glad that we could share this moment with you. What's your take on this? I mean, it's just incredible, no?
I will go see every single one I can.
That's amazing. Well, enjoy. I don't want to interrupt the moment. Have an amazing time. Truly, David and Lindsay, I mean, the joy on people's faces in this kind of an event is something that it's just a welcome sight in this day and age, isn't it? Tanya, tell me what you're thinking. This is Tanya from Minnesota. Tanya?
Hi, it's incredible. It's the sun, the sky. It's the most beautiful thing I have ever seen. And this white light, it's like...
You've never seen something like this before.
It's like heaven is calling down. It's amazing.
This is your mom here next to you.
This is my mom.
Cynthia, tell me what you're thinking.
It's another Mazatlan sunset. We get two in one day. It's just beautiful.
To share this moment with your daughter?
Pretty special. She's pretty special.
Special place, special event, special person.
Yeah.
So great. And we'll just go down the line here, David and Lindsay. Last interview here. Tell me what you guys are thinking.
This is the most incredible thing. I don't even know what I was expecting, but I think this was even more remarkable than what I was expecting. It's
Awesome doesn't even begin to describe it.
Have you seen something like this before?
I'm almost 69 years old. This is my first total solar eclipse. It's unbelievable. I mean, I never would have believed this.
It's amazing.
Incredible.
This is
How about you? Bienvenidos a Mexico. This is amazing for me as well. This is incredible, isn't it? So this is my first one. So David and Lindsay, I mean, you can just see this is such a unique, incredible experience, and this is what you guys are going to be seeing, and what the rest of the United States is going to be seeing over the next, hour, 2 hours or so. This is the first spot in mainland North America where this totality can be seen, and the anticipation, the build-up to bring us to this moment, it's truly stunning.